Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ted Rombach Field, the site of today's SBC River matchup between the Tiffin Calvert Senecas and the New Riegel Lady Blue Jackets. I'm Nate Mullins on the call today with Greg the Wizard Kinn. We've got Lathan Chapman on the camera today. Thanks for tuning in here on the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. We're just moments away from the first pitch, but before we get to that first pitch, let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring this broadcast to you live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, National Machinery, Hope in Fostoria, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Vicek Orthodontics, Kuhn Sales and Service, Simonis Detailing, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors with us right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State, Heart of Ohio Sports. Greg, a beautiful, and I mean beautiful Wednesday evening, and it's about time.
Yeah, I was going to say, after the days that we've had this day, seems like it's been a long time coming.
Long time coming. That's a great way to put it.
Had to bust out the old computer tent here today because of how much sun is actually out right now.
And the first pitch is in the dirt, and we're underway here at Ted Rombach Field for this top 10 Division 7 softball matchup here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Two of the top teams in Division 7 as the number 6 New Riegel Blue Jackets come into this one at 14-2, 11-0 in league play. And they bring that number 6 ranking into this road game against the Senecas, who are 14-2, 8-2 in league play. And just narrowly lost against these Blue Jackets in extra innings over in New Riegel when we were over there to watch the Cameron Moyer Pinata Party. This one hit to right, caught by the right fielder for the first out of the game. We'll get you starting lineups and all that here in just a moment. But once again, we are live. Beautiful Ted Rombach Field. First out is recorded.
Man.
And this one smoked past the third baseman and into left field for a base hit. So you'll have runners at first and second with just one out. And you'll have to bear with me as I get names sorted out here.
Man, the sound of that, when that bat hit that ball, are you sure these are softballs? That thing sounded heavy.
It didn't sound so soft.
Ooh,
this
again.
one hit to short. Shortstop up with it, but there's no play to be made.
Oh.
And the bases are loaded with one out here in the top of the first. Blue Jackets putting the pressure on early here, Greg.
Wasting no time. Each of these teams, like you said, Nate, went to extra innings earlier in the season. They know what the other one's capable of, so
yeah.
They came into this with a game plan. You got to think that was New Riegel's game plan was to get off to an early start here.
Swung on and missed. Brought the heat with that one. And got the swing and a miss. It's now 1-1 here. One out, bases loaded. Top of the first, no score. Another swing and a miss from Schaeferly. And it's now 1-2. Ava Elric on the mound for Tiffin Calvert here today. Swung on and missed. That's a big strikeout right there, Greg.
Oh, yeah. Huge right there. Got to try and just chase one there, just wanting something to happen there with bases loaded.
For Elric, that's strikeout number 50 on the season. As she brings a 5-1 record into this one, a 1.52 ERA. 50 strikeouts in 51 innings pitched. Just 7 walks. So she's efficient. This one a little high. Gracie Miller behind the plate. Of course, we remember her, Greg. She had that spike serve, freshman phenom from volleyball.
Yeah, I called her name quite a few times during the games that we got to cover there.
A lot of these girls familiar faces.
It's the first time we've got to be on the call for him this season.
Swung on and missed.
Nice.
2 huge strikeouts from Elric to get out of a bases-loaded jam.
Yeah.
With 1 out.
Talk about pressure.
That's big-time pitching right there.
Wow.
Ava Elric coming through
Man,
with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you had to think, I mean, even I thought for a minute there, and New Riegel definitely had to think 1 out, bases loaded. You definitely thought you were putting at least 1 up on the board there.
Yeah. They felt like Uncle Mo was on their side for sure.
Calvert said, no, not so fast. Nothing's guaranteed in this game.
Not so fast.
Tommy Cash commenting with that's a huge pitch.
No, Tommy.
It was a huge pitch.
It was a huge pitch.
Big time, man.
And on the mound for New Riegel is the dominant righty, Carson Piper. Piper is 12-2 on the year with a 1.9 ERA, 92 innings pitched, 160 strikeouts, Greg.
Man, why does that just sound like a name that you don't want to face on the pitching?
Well, I mean,
like there's just something about that name. It's just like
it's coming right down the Piper.
Or maybe I'm just
nobody wants to pay the Piper.
Maybe I'm thinking about Roddy Piper or something. I don't know. I mean, it just sounds tough, you know.
You know, Tommy would have a million one-liners for this one today. Leading off for Tiffin Calvert is senior Addie Endicott.
A little behind home plate action there with the Hope Sky King.
I'll tell you what, Greg, I'll talk about Hope and Fostoria here in just a minute as that one swung on and missed by Endicott. Just an outstanding event, the walk for Hope over in Fostoria this past weekend. Swung on and missed. Another big pitch there from Piper. But I tell you, those people at Hope and Fostoria, they are just the most resilient bunch. I mean, they took that rainy weather and they made the best of that situation, Greg.
Yeah, I'd seen some photos from the they had a nice setup of like inflatables and stuff for the kiddos to do and stuff, and they did a really good job of having to stuff it indoors.
Obviously, big shout out to Fostoria schools, Fostoria Elementary, allowing them to use the space for the event. But some kind of an issue here. I don't know what's going on. We'll see what the issue is. I'm not sure, but
just gotta check your hands for stickum. Is that what they call that? When they put all the sticky stuff on their hands, the baseball players.
Calvert coach just playing a little chess match there. Blue going out and making sure everything's on the up and up, and we're back at it. 0-2 count here on Endicott. Here's the pitch from Piper. This one swung on, belted into left field, but right at the left fielder, who squeezes it for the first out. That'll bring up Scarlett Faber.
So this was a great job of them by over there at Hope and Fostoria, though, of having that planned out, because you never know what kind of weather you're going to have here in Ohio, especially at this time of year.
Yeah.
So to have the backup plan in place and to execute it perfectly like that.
100%. And just the way, I mean, everybody there was just in great spirits. It was a great event. I mean, just great people, you know. It was an awesome time. Obviously, I love it every time that event rolls around. Now they're only doing one this year as far as the walk.
I did see that there was someone
swung out and missed.
Supposed to have an event in August.
Yes, there is a different event. This one's a little bit more for overdose awareness.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll still be having you up there emceeing. I'm sure they'll hit you up.
Well, they haven't asked me yet, but we'll see when it gets to that point.
We're not there yet. But.
Swung on and missed. Took a little bit off of that one as Faber was out in front of it. Scarlett Faber with a .453 batting average, 24 hits and 53 at-bats. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch there from Piper.
Getting them to chase it.
And 2 outs quickly for the Senecas. That'll bring up Alyssa Rishti, another senior here for the Senecas. This one grounded to the pitcher.
Ooh.
1 pitch, 1 out. And quickly,
Just
Piper,
like that.
just 8 pitches to get through that inning. As that was quick work for the New Riegel Blue Jackets there. 1, 2, 3, go the Senecas. No score after 1. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Kuhn Sales and Service, we've got everything you need for outdoor power, sales, parts, and repairs. Family owned and operated since 1979, our friendly, knowledgeable team is here to help you find the perfect equipment, no matter the season. Make Kuhn Sales and Service your first stop for outdoor power equipment. You'll be glad you did.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back. We're live here at Ted Rombach Field. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here today. Lathan Chapman doing a great job on the main cam. Start of the second inning, no score between Tiffin Calvert and New Riegel. Blue Jackets left them loaded in the top of the first.
We can take a look at our announcer cam real quick before we get back to the action, Nate. Give a
Hey,
shout
look
out
at
to
these
Vicek
studs
there.
right there.
Something like that. About half awake still.
Big shout out
Half
to
asleep
our
still.
announcer cam sponsor, Vicek Orthodontics. Of course, if you want to look your best for the announcer camera, make sure you get a hold of our friends at Vicek Orthodontics. That one in there. 0-2 the count.
Both teams able to get out of that first one with no points on the board.
Swung on and missed. Big pitch there from Ava Elric.
Now, who is ranked higher right now, Nate?
New Riegel is the 6th ranked team in Division 7, and Calvert is the 8th ranked team
Couldn't
in
remember
Division 7.
Which place you said? I know you said we had a top 10 matchup today, but I couldn't
Yes.
remember who was who here. So by the way they played that first inning, I couldn't tell which one was supposed to be better.
Swung on and missed. Nice pitch there from Elric. At the plate is Lily Schalk for the Blue Jackets. This one popped
where's
up
that
and
going?
foul straight back and into the marsh. One and two the count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to right. Right fielder under it and squeezes
look
it
at that.
for the second out of the inning.
That one seemed like it was just riding in the air forever.
Nice play there by Kaylee Concepcion. Both these teams riding a 5-game winning streak. Of course, it's hard to find accurate stats on either team. This one hit into the outfield and no communication as both girls were there, but neither one of them called it. Or maybe both of them called it. I don't know, Greg, because they both backed off of it and let it drop between them.
It's all right. I lost it so badly, I thought it was coming foul somewhere. I thought it was going to hit me. It's clear out there. But I'm looking right up into the sunlight, though. But yeah. Neither one of them able
This
to make
one
a play there.
Bunted, third base side, throw down to first, in time for the final out.
Nice job there.
So despite the error, they're able to get out of it. No damage done.
Just
One runner left on.
Making the smart play there. They knew what they were doing.
That's right. No score as we head to the bottom of the second. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you here today. Thanks for tuning in here with us on the Pulse of the Buckeye State, Heart of Ohio Sports.
Nate, you want to talk about the big-time jam-packed schedule we got coming up here?
Yeah, let's talk about this because this is we got a lot going on over these next 7 days because Mother Nature just didn't want to cooperate with our schedule, so we have to, readjust. So, yeah, tonight we're here at Ted Rombach Field for this Calvert versus New Riegel top 10 matchup, and then tomorrow night we'll be at Tornado Field for Columbian versus Upper Sandusky, which was supposed to take place yesterday. And then on Friday we'll be at the originally scheduled matchup between New Riegel and Old Fort. And on Saturday, a new matchup that we picked up between a couple of top teams in the state, between Hopewell Loudon and Mohawk. That's an 11 a.m. first pitch for that one over in Bascom. So 4 games in 4 days.
Yeah, so we'll mention that a few times tonight so everybody tune into the game and make sure that they can tune into the other games too.
Absolutely.
Because, it feels like we've been off the air for a little bit because rain kept us away, but we're back now and real busy.
Swung on and missed. Ava Elric at the plate. It's 0-2. Pitcher-pitcher matchup here. This one swung on and fouled back into the trees. Both these teams, Greg, coincidentally enough, coming off of a game against Lakota. Calvert played Lakota last week, and they beat them 10-9 on a game that we were supposed to be at, Greg. But you know how Lakota is, man. It's like cell phone hell over there.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get any reception.
Ooh,
Wake up. You can't get any reception over there.
I'm still surprised. I know they moved the game, but I'm still surprised they even had the game.
Yeah. So
I don't think it stopped raining in, 47 days or something like that?
But the Senecas picked up the win in Lakota, or in Kansas, I should say, at Lakota. 10-9 was the final score, and that one was in.
Don't hit the whistle,
Pretty close.
Good thing we parked a little bit over the other way there.
Uh-huh.
I see Nate in our pitch camera, and then I'm like, where am I at? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm hiding behind our nifty tent right here.
But that one, Greg, it was supposed to be a home game. It was supposed to be senior night for Tiffin Calvert. And they decided no, we can't play it here because of the weather conditions, so they played it. That one foul tipped into the glove for out number 1. But they played in Lakota as the home team, technically.
Oh, that's what they did?
Yes.
Well, that's a little surprising. You figured they would have just moved it senior night to, the next home game or something.
I'm not sure if they did or not, Greg. I don't know if they did senior night at Lakota or not. I'm not sure, but the plan was to have senior night that night, so maybe they just went ahead with the plan. But at the plate here for Tiffin Calvert is the third senior on the team, Addison King. So you have Addie Endicott, Alyssa Rishti, and Addison King, your 3 seniors on this squad.
And this pitcher for New Riegel,
she is.
She's doing such a great job of getting them to chase those. They want those so much. You can see how far they're swinging the bat out trying to get to it.
Well, she's coming right at him, too. Not afraid. She's not nibbling. So as soon as I say that, she nibbles a little bit on the outside.
Yeah, so that time she put it enough on the outside that she didn't bite at it.
1-2 the count. 1 out. Here's the pitch. This one swung on, fouled back. That one goes into the marsh. Into the river, into the woods. This one low. 2-2 the count here on King. Addison King, 489 hitter on the year.
Man, watching these girls throw these softballs make my shoulder hurt so much. I don't know how they do that.
And that's actually supposed to be less.
It's just crazy, the amount of speed that
strenuous. This one dribbled down the first base line. It stays fair. And she ended up tagging the runner, I believe, for the second out. She almost squirmed her way around that tag, though.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Gracie Miller. This one hit into left center field. Center fielder races over to make the play for the final out. 1-2-3 go the Senecas. Still no score as we head to the third inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future, one part at a time. At Vicek Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. Vicek and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with Vicek Orthodontics today. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
And we're back here at Ted Rombach Field. No scores. We start the third inning. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here today. Lathan Chapman on the main cam. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. This matchup featuring the number 6 New Riegel Blue Jackets and the number 8 Tiffin Calvert Senecas in Division 7 softball. Both of these teams sitting at 14-2. New Riegel trying to keep that undefeated league record intact, as they are 11-0 in the SBC River play this year.
Like you said, Nate, we weren't there to cover that game, but we were covering the game right opposite of this the first time these two matched up, and you saw what that one went down to the wire there. Extra innings. It's going to be a close game. You know it's going to be a close game.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like Calvert thinks if anybody can hand them that first loss, they're the ones to be able to do it.
That one a little high. 2-0 here on Maddie Heilman. Heilman hitting .366 on the year. 15 hits and 41 at-bats. This one skips in the dirt, and it's 3-0 on the number 2 hitter. Three balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one in there for a strike.
Nice.
Heilman, 2 steps towards first base, had to come back and say, all right, I guess I'll go back to the batter's box.
Come on now.
This one skips away and to the backstop. And that'll bring up Jackie Teal. Teal hitting .396 on the season. That one high. Elric put the first one on here in the top of the third. We'll run it down at first base with nobody out. The 1-0 hit well into left field. This one hit back into the fence. It's going to get down. The throw in is cut off by the shortstop, and runners will be at second and third with nobody out. That one well hit by Jackie Teal. And Teal now 2 for 2 on the day with a double.
Yeah, it doesn't get any further than that and stay inside the fence, Nate.
Yeah. I mean, that was
that's as far back to the fence as you can realistically hit without getting outside of it.
One hop the fence is what they like to say there. This one hit past the shortstop into left field.
Man.
Base hit. It's going to score 1. 2 runs will score. And that is a 2 RBI no-out single.
I think just cruised when it hit the ground.
Alexis Matthias with a big knock there, driving in 2. Still nobody out here in the top of the third. Schaeferle pops this one up, and catcher makes the play. Nearly got the out at first for the double play.
Yeah, that was quick.
But wisely, Matthias able to get back. That was Lakin Schaeferle at the plate. I got my starting lineups now, so we can go through those here in just a minute. Brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Swung on and missed. As Lacey Schalk at the plate now for the Blue Jackets.
Man, I wish I had brought my Who's hat today. I could use that bill right about now.
You ain't kidding, man. Thank goodness we brought this, though.
Yeah.
That tent really does make a big difference, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
0-2 the count here on Schalk. Lacey Schalk hitting .235 on the year. 8 hits and 34 at-bats. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout there for Elric. 3 booms for the strikeout, Greg.
Don't even start. You want to go over those starting lineups here, Nate?
Let's talk about the starting lineups. Brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments.
That you can start.
That first pitch up high. As for the Tiffin Calvert Senecas, center fielder Addie Endicott leading things off, top of the order, batting first. Scarlett Faber in the 2-hole, playing left field. Alyssa Rishti playing shortstop in the 3-hole. Ava Elric batting cleanup, the pitcher. Addison King, the third baseman, batting in the 5-hole. Make sure I lost my place here. Gracie Miller, the catcher, batting 6th. Addison Sheets, batting 7th. Swung on and missed. Big pitch there by Elric to get out of that one. But 2 runs on the board for the Blue Jackets. And I'll tell you what, the way Carson Piper's pitching right now, Greg, that might be about all you need. Let's keep going with that starting lineup for Tiffin Calvert. Addison Sheets, number 21, batting 7th. And that is Sophia Lee, number 6 at second baseman, batting 8th. And Kaylee Concepcion rounding out the top 9. Concepcion playing right field today. There's your starting lineup for Tiffin Calvert. Now let's go over the Blue Jackets starting lineup, brought to you by our friends at UIS Insurance and Investments. It's hard. I've got to go back and forth between a sheet and a screen here to know, all right, this player's playing here, she's playing here, because the one flaw with Game Changer, Greg, they don't list the first name of the player. They just list A and then the last name. So it's just like, okay, that helps me a lot.
A player.
Yeah. But we'll go around the diamond here. As here we are in the bottom half of the third inning. It's 2-0 New Riegel. And I'll give you the starting lineup for the New Riegel Blue Jackets as that one swung on and missed by Addison Sheets. For the Blue Jackets, batting first, Ashlyn Boyan, the shortstop. Batting second, Maddie Heilman, the catcher. This one swung on, grounded to short. Shortstop up with it, throws it over to first for the first out here in the third inning. Batting third, Jackie Teal, the first baseman. Batting fourth, Alexis Matthias, the third baseman. Batting fifth, Lakin Schaeferle. Batting sixth, Lily Schalk, as this one hit into trouble. That one's going to get down for a base hit. A little blooper there. As that one gets down, Sophia Lee on with the first base hit of the game for the Senecas. Comes here in the third inning. They got a base runner on with 1 out for Kaylee Concepcion. We'll keep going with that starting lineup for New Riegel. As I mentioned, Lily Schalk playing second base. Carson Piper, the pitcher. This one bunted foul straight back. Let's see. Lily Schalk, the left fielder, and then Ava Wensink, the center fielder. That's your starting lineup for the Blue Jackets. The 14-2 Blue Jackets, who are 11-0 in league play. Throw down to first, and the runner.
She got there. I think the throw was off.
Yeah, they got her. They thought they had her in a rundown, but the first baseman was unaware that the runner had taken off. I think she went to turn around for the tag. The runner was already halfway to second base, so she just decided, I'm going to throw it down to second, but it was a little too late at that point.
Yes, a pretty wise move there, actually, trying to make them kind of guess where they needed to go with it, and just that 1 second of hesitation makes all the difference there, Nate.
1 ball, 1 strike. Concepcion bunts this one down the third baseline. It scoots foul.
Yeah, Nate, we talked about the Blue Jackets being able to put 2 on the board, and you said, the way that the Blue Jackets have been pitching here, that might be all they need to get through this one. And also the way that Calvert's been pitching, that might be all they're going to get in this one.
Yeah. Both teams bringing it on the mound here today. The 1-2. Check swing, and it's inside. Nice check swing there by Concepcion. Addie Endicott in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-2. Outside, and it's a full count. And this is the first time that Piper's had to labor in any kind of an at-bat here today, Greg.
Mm-hmm. Calvert can work themselves into a real good position here.
She's been working ahead most of the day. 3-2. Swung on, fouled back. This one swung on and fouled back once again. There we go. Well, I did a pretty good job mounting this stuff today. That net caught up in that thing and didn't move
the
it.
antennas and somehow didn't take it with it.
Here's the 3-2. Swung on, fouled back once again. Great at-bat here from Kaylee Concepcion. Piper sitting at 32 pitches now.
So he's going to get the upper hand here, Nate.
3-2. Swung on, foul tipped into the glove for out number 2. Jammed her in the inside and got her in on the hands there.
Piper getting their team back into a better position here.
That was a big pitch there. This one fouled off to the right. Addie Endicott at the plate. Endicott hitting .286 on the year. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back. Quickly 0-2.
Get yourself a runner down on second. You're really gonna wanna make something of this, Nate. Try to cut away that deficit. Against this Blue Jackets team, it's only 2 points, but like we already talked about, 2 points can be all the difference in this one.
Here's the 0-2. Outside. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 down. 2-0 New Riegel. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed.
Oh, man.
Tried to check her swing there, but just went around a little too far. And a nice pitch there from Carson Piper. Ends the inning for the Blue Jackets. It's 2-0 New Riegel as we head to the 4th inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back here at Ted Rombach Field. We're start of the fourth inning. Sees the Blue Jackets on top of the Senecas, 2-0. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here for this OHSAA softball matchup between two of the top teams in Division 7. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. Count 1-2 now. Or 1-1. Now it's 1-2. I was getting ahead of myself. Schalk fouls this one back. Stays 1-2. Willie Schalk 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. This one misses on the inside. Good eye. Evens the count at 2-2. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed. You hear that, Greg?
I didn't hear what they said.
3 booms for the strikeout.
Oh, my goodness.
I figured you'd like that. Of course they're Calvert softball players. Here's the 0-1. Below the knees, it's 1-1. Wensink fouls that one off, tried to bunt it down the third baseline. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Elric. Swung on, fouled off. Back into the trees. It stays 1-2.
So I tell you what, Nate, I care about the big booms about as much as I care about calling them runs instead of points. That's very little.
The 1-2 skips into the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Up high. Good at bat from Ava Wensink here. As she works herself back into the count, it's a full count. Three-2, swung on, hit. Shortstop, wow. Snow cone catch from Alyssa Rishke. What an effort all out to make that one. What a spectacular catch.
Wow.
Just absolutely took a hit away from her there.
Wow.
And Greg, she worked so hard for that.
That was unreal.
Unbelievable. Two down. Ashlyn Boyan at the plate. Swung at the first one. First pitch, it's 0-1. That went up high.
Yeah, Nate, I had a feeling that when we pulled up today and you saw how excited these teams were, they were going to be bringing their 8+ game.
Oh, the eruption I heard from the New Riegel bus as we parked the Hoostmobile here as opposed to at Zip Zoller Field, I think was all I needed to hear. Like, yeah, that was very welcoming. They were excited to see us.
Speaking of the Hoostmobile.
Hey, we like that. Nice shot, Lathan. Here's the 2-1. In the dirt.
Ooh.
Gets past the catcher. And it's 3-1 now. Top of the order here for the Blue Jackets. Boyan 0 for 1 on the day. She did reach on an error in the first. Swung on and missed. Good pitch there from Elric. Brought the heat. Here's the 3-2. Inside, and she walked her. As that one just misses. I think it hit her.
Hey, it's all right. You got 2 outs. You're good.
Runner at first with 2 down, and that'll bring up Maddie Heilman. This one hit into foul territory, and the first baseman nearly able to come up with that one, but just a little bit out of reach.
Thought she was doing her best Statue of Liberty impression there.
Right? No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Fouled back. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 swung on and fouled off. We'll come back and do it again. Boy, this is a great game.
You just knew it was going to be just.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about chess matches, and that's exactly what this is.
That's what it feels like, too. With every pitch, it's like
Methodical.
everybody's like waiting. You know, like people aren't cheering when the pitch happens. They're cheering in between pitches.
Yeah.
Everybody's waiting with bated breath.
It's too tense. Because you know that any second, one hit can change everything.
This one hit into foul territory. Third baseman ranges over to make the play for the final out in the top of the 4th. 2-0 Blue Jackets as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you here today. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to broadcast this game live and paywall free right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, National Machinery, Hope in Fostoria, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Vicek Orthodontics, Kuhn Sales and Service, Simonis Detailing, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State, heart of Ohio sports. 6 games in 7 days, Greg, including today. Like, that's starting today. So,
Yeah, we got a busy week coming up, and then a little bit of a reprieve, take a little breather, and then we got the honor games.
yeah.
That'd be a big day, big weekend for the whole township and that weekend. Lots of events going on the entire weekend. We had Kurt Millett on with us last time. Gave everybody a rundown. If you need to, go back, check out that episode. Check out that game. See, when Kurt comes on, he stays on with us for quite a while, actually. He gave us a whole rundown of everything that's going to happen and everything you need to know. Where you need to be, when you need to be there.
And even some things you don't need to know.
Yeah, the usual.
I always love sitting down with Kurt. He's a great guy. Great interview.
I knew I was going to like him from the day that I had him as a teacher, and he would give us bonus questions on our tests that were about the Simpsons. And I said, all right, this is my kind of dude.
And that one swung on and missed. It's quickly 0-2 here. Faber hits this one foul and out of play.
I'll tell you what's crazy, Nate. You talk about 6 games. We're almost done after that. And then I seen they already had tournament draws for softball.
Yeah.
How
Unreal.
are they already?
Unreal. Well, they got to get that stuff ready. I mean,
It's crazy.
they're not waiting on Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Swung on, hit to third. Third baseman up with it. Throws it over to first for the first out.
There's the booms. Why is it 3 booms for 1 out? Shouldn't it just be 1 boom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who am I to question? I don't know anything about the booms.
Don't you love that those guys have gotten so famous that
I hate it. What I love is that Tommy introduced them to my life, and then they never went away now.
kind of like me with the 100 gorilla,
Yes.
100
Oh,
men versus a gorilla. Rishti hits that one straight up the middle for a base hit. And the Senecas have a runner on with 1 out. That'll bring up Ava Elric. Elric batting .600 on the season, Greg. 30 hits and 50 at-bats. This one swung on, skied into center field. Second baseman ranges over to make the play for the second out.
I need to quit getting caught up in the actual play. I always forget to switch camera. I'm watching. I'm like, where's it going? That's what happens when you got a good game, though. Got to shake it off. This one's just so good to watch. This is definitely one of those games that I feel like even if you were here watching, you're definitely going to go back home and watch this one again.
Swung on, hit to center. Center fielder ranges over to make the play for the final out in the 4th inning. Senecas leave one on. It's 2-0 New Riegel as we head to the 5th inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future, one part at a time.
At Kuhn Sales and Service, we've got everything you need for outdoor power, sales, parts, and repairs. Family owned and operated since 1979, our friendly, knowledgeable team is here to help you find the perfect equipment, no matter the season. Make Kuhn Sales and Service your first stop for outdoor power equipment. You'll be glad you did.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All right, and we're back here at Ted Rombach Field. Start of the 5th inning. Blue Jackets due up. They lead 2-0 here on Heart of Ohio Sports. The 3-4-5 hitters due up for the Lady Jackets. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here today. Lathan Chapman doing a great job on the action camera. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, look at our sky cam real quick. Ooh.
That one skied into center field.
Nice.
Center fielder ranges over, makes the play. Doesn't have to range too far, though. Just a couple steps.
That's always the best one, to save the energy out there.
That's right. Unless you're full of energy and then you just want to, I just want to run.
That's when you just run it all the way back into the pitching now. Oh.
This one hit to right fielder, under it, makes the play. Quickly, 2 outs.
Deja vu right there, Nate.
2 pitches, 2 outs. And I feel like the Jackets might be onto something here with Elric sharing some information there between the batter and the next one.
Yeah, I noticed that.
There might be a lot of swings and misses out here, but I'll tell you one thing that never misses is this popcorn over here. Good Lord. Swung on, fouled into foul territory. This one's going to get out of play. Why did that sound like Sideshow Bob when he stepped on a rake?
Because it's exactly the same sound. That was like the sound of disappointment slightly.
The 0-1 swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Claire Schalk at the plate for the Blue Jackets. The 0-2 is below the knees. For Schalk, just her 14th plate appearance of the year. This one swung on, fouled back, just over the catcher's glove. Here's the 1-2. Ooh, right back. That one kept me awake.
Oh. That was more almost like a Beavis or Butthead one.
Swung on, hit to right, and the right fielder right there to make the play.
Man.
For the final out in the top of the 5th. 1-2-3, go the Blue Jackets. Still 2-0 New Riegel as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here today.
Like I said, Nate, both these teams pitching so great today.
Yeah.
Those 2 points might be the only ones they get. And so far, that's held true.
Great start to this one for the Blue Jackets, especially Carson Piper, as she has really just mowed down this Calvert lineup.
I tell you, we haven't talked about it yet, Nate, but we usually talk about these kind of things. How about them all-white jerseys today?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, those things are slick. This is clean.
I really like them, but, Greg, they're
clean.
great to look at up close. But if you get a distance, it's just so hard to make out what they say.
Well, at least it ain't as bad as football.
Yeah. We're not in a press box, though,
Yeah.
for this one, so.
We get to sit up close, so it don't bother us too much.
Let's talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering. As coming into this one, Tiffin Calvert, one of the top teams in the league in ERA. And I said, for them, they've got to play sound defensively. Don't give up too many mistakes. Don't give up too many free bases. If they're going to earn their way on, let them earn their way on. Let them hit their way on, but don't give up too many.
Don't give it to them.
Yeah, don't give up too many errors. Play sound defensively. That's how you stay in this game against a great team like this. And that's the key for Tiffin Calvert today, brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering. For the Blue Jackets, I said it was pivotal for them to get out to an early lead because this young lady on the mound right here, Carson Piper, is just in control whenever she gets any kind of a lead, Greg. I mean, 9-1 on the year.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, 12-2 on the year.
She's just been able to control this one.
But usually you give her a lead, and it's lights out. And that's the way it's been so far here today. She is cruising in this one. as Gracie Miller hits that one out, ground out.
Yeah, she's just doing a great job on the mound today of not even really giving the Senecas too much of a sniff at home plate. Not even really getting that close too many times here today. Couple of situations found herself in and was able to get out of those jams. Just some great pitching on both sides of the ball here today, but especially right here by Piper.
Another swing and a miss. Addison Sheets at the plate now for the Senecas. But for the Blue Jackets, you know, as we stick with the keys to the game, brought to you by At Least Floor Covering. Like I said, they had to get out to an early lead and just jump on that Senecas pitching staff early because, like you said, Greg, the way they're pitching, those 2 runs, that might be all you get, and you got to make the most of it. As Addison Sheets flies out to second base. But, yeah, get out to that early lead, and for them, I think the biggest thing is they got to stay ahead of hitters. Like Carson Piper doing a great job of that so far. She's really only fell behind on 1 at-bat so far today that I've seen. That was a great at-bat by Kaylee Concepcion. Other than that, I mean, Greg, she's been in control.
Like you said, get out ahead and kind of just ride that momentum behind your pitcher and let your pitcher take you to the end.
That's right. So there's your keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at Lee's Floor Covering.
You know, Nate, it's the bottom of the 5th. We haven't had a mound visit yet, but we'll go ahead and give a little shout-out to Kuhn Sales and Service because they haven't had a chance to get up on the screen yet.
Well, you got 2 of the best in the area on the mound here when it comes to Carson Piper.
So I guess since we're talking about the mound, we can call that a mound visit from us.
Yeah. Carson Piper and Ava Elric, 2 of the top in the SBC River Division.
They really are just lining them up, knocking them down here.
And this one fouled off to the right. Quickly 0-2. Sophia Lee at the plate for the Senecas. She has one of the 2 hits on the day for the Senecas here. She watches that one outside, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, I don't know. Have we had a Seneca on third base yet today, Nate?
No, the farthest they've made it is second base.
That's what I thought. I said they've been sniffing, but they really can't even get close.
Swung on and missed. Another huge pitch from Carson Piper.
That's that.
1, 2, 3 go the Senecas once again. It's 2-0 New Riegel after 5. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll be back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Ted Rombach Field as I finish my mouthful of popcorn here.
Tasty.
Very tasty. 2-0 Blue Jackets. Top of the 6th. This one skied on the infield. And the third baseman ranges over to make the play.
Nice job getting underneath that one. And if you went to the kitchen to grab a snack or something, you came back. Yeah, it is the 6th inning now. The 5th inning just went by in a blink of an eye.
This one grounded foul at the plate. Carson Piper, the pitcher, at the plate. Say that 10 times fast.
She says, I've been sitting them down all day. I want to knock one out the park now.
No, she's got one on the year. There's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch there from Elric.
Ooh.
That went inside.
Nice spotted.
Brushed her back there.
A little bit of looks like equipment issue or something here at the catcher.
Looks like a chest protector issue here. She got it straightened out.
See, Lathan's trying to zoom in with his camera to get a shot, but there was somebody standing in the way. It's all right. Your pitch camera shot's a good angle, so I got it on here. Don't worry about it, Lathan.
Coach came over and Gracie's like, I got this. Don't worry about it. One ball, two strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Another big strikeout from Ava Elric.
Big time there. Getting down to your last opportunities to try to get some runs here yourself, Nate. So you got to make sure that you get the Blue Jackets off the bases here.
Oh, this one swung on and skied into right field. And the right fielder ranges over to make the play for the final out.
Just like that.
1, 2, 3, go the Blue Jackets. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 New Riegel.
So Seneca's doing a great job there. Now they need to turn around and turn that into some runs.
That's right.
The bottom of the 6th. We're running out of time, Nate. We're running out of time.
Speaking of running out of time, let's thank our sponsors here before we run out of time on this ball game. Well, folks, you got plenty of time to head on out and grab yourself something to eat from Xcaret Mexican Restaurant or any of our fine.
Especially right now. It's not even 6 o'clock. It's
Absolutely.
been such a quick game.
I tell you, just the other day, my son Isaac, was it yesterday? No, Monday, Cinco de Mayo. He had to work for Cinco de Mayo, and he says, Dad, I've never seen a place that busy before. It's crazy. They had seats in the mall part, out in the mall area. It was just so packed.
Learned a little something that day.
Yeah, he learned what busy really was. He's like, I thought we were busy before, but wow, that was crazy. But once again, our sponsor list, thank you to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, National Machinery, Hope and Fostoria, as that one bunted. Beautiful bunt, and she beats it out.
Nice job.
Wonderfully laid down there by Kaylee Concepcion. And the Senecas get the leadoff runner aboard here in the bottom of the 6th. Let's continue with our sponsor list here. I want to thank National Machinery, Hope and Fostoria, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Vicek Orthodontics, Kuhn Sales and Service, Simonis Detailing, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All those proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And folks, we've got tournament time coming up here soon. And if you want us to cover tournament baseball or softball, well, folks, put your money where your mouth is. Step on up to the plate and get on board with a winning team here on Heart of Ohio Sports, as that one bunted foul off the plate.
So, yeah, maybe you wanted to show your support for these local athletes. But
That's how you do it.
But you didn't really have the money to invest for the whole season or what have you. Well, here's your chance to get in on select games, because you never know what the tournament's what's gonna end up bringing. So you just get in game by game there. So that's your chance.
This one swung on, hit to right. Second baseman
Nice.
ranges over to make the play for the first out. And that'll bring up Scarlett Faber.
The chant, let's go Cinco.
Seneca's really trying to string together a few hits here, put something together. They lead the league in hitting with a 386 batting average, but man, Piper has just shut down this lineup from top to bottom.
Yeah, it's been great pitching by both squads here today, but you just got to give the edge to Piper in this one. So far, not letting anybody pass second base like we talked about, Nate.
Exactly. They show the bunt, and the runner is safe at second base.
Man.
Strike thrown at the plate, so it's a 1-2 count here on Faber. Now a runner in scoring position with one out. That one outside. I'll tell you what, Heilman has that snap throw back to the pitcher. It really keeps those runners honest down there at second base.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. There's been a couple of times where it almost looks like she's going to be throwing it down to second, but it's just because she's
swung on and missed.
But just because she's throwing it with such force, like you talked about, Nate.
Hey, let's go. Let's do something. Let's go.
It's a quick snap. Have you on your toes for sure.
Another strikeout for Piper. That's strikeout number 6. That'll bring up Alyssa Rishti. Rishti is 1 for 2 on the day. Senecas with 3 hits on the day, but 2 errors. This one hit into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit.
There you go.
Concepcion on her way to the plate. She will score, and it's a 1-run ball game. Alyssa Rishti into second base with a 2-out RBI double. And that's a big clutch hit there for Alyssa Rishti as she trims that deficit in half.
Yeah, ball falling perfectly there, Nate, but wasn't going to be caught, and the Jets on the runner there to get home.
We'll see what the plan is here with Ava Elric at the plate for the Senecas.
Man, she came in from second base. I can't believe she got home that fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was on her horse.
You thought she took off from third. Unreal.
2 down. This one swung on and hit into right center field. Right fielder camps under it and makes the play for the final out. But the Senecas cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1 as we head to the 7th inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Kuhn Sales and Service, we've got everything you need for outdoor power, sales, parts, and repairs. Family owned and operated since 1979, our friendly, knowledgeable team is here to help you find the perfect equipment, no matter the season. Make Kuhn Sales and Service your first stop for outdoor power equipment. You'll be glad you did.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Ted Rombach Field. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here today as we start the 7th inning. Blue Jackets on top 2-1. I want to thank Lathan Chapman for doing a great job on the camera here today for us. Also, thanks to our center field camera operator, Cam, out there. Cam doing a great job.
Speaking of a great job by the Senecas there to finally scratch a run across. I mean, maybe a little late here in this one, Nate, but it's still only a 2-1 game here.
And it's because of that steal, Greg. Concepcion put the pressure on.
Oh, absolutely. Now you've got to get out of the top of this one without any damage done, and you get your last opportunity here.
Here's the 2-0. Swung on, fouled back into the net. Senecas lead the league in ERA and in batting average in the SBC River. As the team ERA sitting at 1.69.
You said that when they were up to bat last that there's some hitters on this team, but the Blue Jackets just been able to keep them quiet today.
Swung on and missed. Nice pitch there by Elric as she comes back from down 2-0. 3 straight strikes to get the strikeout. Yeah, their team OPS is over 1, Greg. 1.014. That means pretty much every time they come up to bat, they're getting a base. What a play!
Wow.
Woo!
Oh, my. Nate, you know what? I'm blaming you for that one, Nate. I'm blaming you.
Smoked right back up the middle.
I didn't switch to that camera, the pitch camera, because I was listening to you, and man, that was a great shot. I wish I would have switched. I could. It happened so fast, I didn't even know that's what happened.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
What a play. Yeah.
Wow.
Ava Elric is like counting her chiclets right now. She's like,
man, I tell you, I feel privileged that I got to see that one happen on the other screen.
I mean, that was like
a bang bang shot right into the glove.
And we had a great angle of it right here from behind home plate. I mean, that was what a play. Almost once again.
Yeah. So you right
this
there,
time.
folks. Right there, you almost saw it.
1, 2, 3, go the Blue Jackets.
Exactly what they needed, Nate.
And the Senecas now with an opportunity to either tie or steal one here at home. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, it's 2-1 Blue Jackets, but I'll tell you what, Greg, these Blue Jackets.
Yeah, it's much easier said than done, even getting one run here.
Yeah, they had to scratch and claw for that one they got in the last inning.
Being able to tie this one up is asking a lot, as it is. Getting out of here with a win in the bottom of the 7th, that'd be almost a miracle right now. But it's not that it can't happen, though.
I want to thank our call to the bullpen sponsor, Kuhn Sales and Service. Once again, folks, it's not too late. Head on over. If your yard's a little too long and you've been putting it off, it's time. It's definitely time. You got to get that done.
I know, Nate. I know.
Sorry, Greg. They're going to start putting a note on your door here soon. Just saying. Head on over to our friends at Kuhn Sales and Service. They'll treat you right. They'll get you set up. Repair service, parts, but more importantly, I mean, they have some of the best selection around when it comes to Toro, steel, Kubota. I mean, the list goes on and on. They've got pretty much anything you're looking for, folks. Head on out there.
I mean, it's like we talked about before, Nate. Even the cheaper brands anymore aren't cheaper, really. And for the little bit cheaper that you might find them, you're going to be replacing them in like a season or two, as opposed to these other brands, these quality brands that you're going to pick up at Kuhn Sales and Service. They're going to last you for a long time.
Bottom of the 7th, 2-1 New Riegel. First pitch, misses. Addison King at the plate for the Senecas. King 0 for 2 on the day. Swung on and missed. Ran that one upstairs.
Yep.
Got her to chase it.
It's just, I mean, there's a reason she's so dangerous on the mound.
The 1-1 fouled back, and it's quickly 1-2.
I heard the fan right back here just say, I'd like to be able to stand on the mound and see what that pitch looks like coming in.
Stand in the box.
Yeah.
Stand in the batter's box
right,
just one time, watch her pitch to you, yeah. I mean, it's got so much movement when it comes out of her hand, too, even the fastball.
It's like you can see it here on the pitch cam, but it still ain't the same angle.
See that rise?
It's not the same angle still as being the batter there.
And when she wants to come upstairs, it's like that ball's coming from down to up, and that's, yeah. Good luck trying to pick that up. But it's a 2-2 count here. King fouls this one off. Addison King hitting .489 on the season. 2-2 count. This one hit foul off the plate down the third base line. Come back and do it again at 2-2.
They are chanting so fast, I have no idea what they just spelled.
You're not supposed to. They're supposed to know. That's not a chant for you, Greg.
There's a chant.
2-2. Swung on, hit well, left center field, and it's
Nice.
off the wall. Short hops the wall. King in sliding into second base with a leadoff double.
What a
And the
time.
Senecas.
Wow, Nate.
Whoo.
What a time for a hit like that.
And what an at-bat there by Addison King, Greg. Stayed alive,
Yeah.
couple of foul-offs there. Got the pitch she wanted and smoked it. That'll bring up Gracie Miller, the freshman phenom.
We haven't seen a hit like that from Calvert the whole game.
Savannah Faber will be the relief runner at second base for Addison King. As you got to figure, Greg, any kind of base hit into the outfield, King's going to be, or I'm sorry, Faber is going to be off and running. Nobody out. Runner at second base. Swung on and missed.
So now here's the question, Nate. Does the pressure start to get to Piper here, or does that just kind of irritate her there that she got that big old hit off her? Because you see that pitch coming in there. It looked dangerous there.
We'll see. That had some heat on it.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1. Swung on, fouled back.
It's one of those things where you don't know if it was a good idea to poke the bear or not.
That's right. Gracie Miller, a 487 hitter on the year. 19 hits and 39 at-bats. That one outside, and it's 2-2.
There you talk about it again, Nate.
Or 1-2, sorry, 1-2.
The catcher and the snap just back to the pitcher is going to keep everybody on base.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner at second. Here's the pitch. This one hit into left field. Left fielder under it, makes the play. And unfortunately, because it's hit to left field,
Yeah, just can't get over there yet.
no way the runner can make any kind of effort to tag. So 1 out, and that'll bring up Addison Sheets.
It was just a good job there catching that one, securing the ball, holding it up. And she said, "You don't think about it going anywhere. I got you." Smart move there to stay on second.
Swung on and missed. Sheets just looking for something to drive into the outfield or put it through the infield. This one high and outside. It's 1-1. Sophia Lee in the on-deck circle. Sheets looking for her first hit of the day. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, fouled back. And it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner at second base. Here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 New Riegel. Here's the pitch. High.
Oh, man.
That looked like a good pitch, Greg.
Ooh.
That looked like a really good pitch.
So it came out a little high. I don't know if it was too high, but it was a little high. You see her check herself there. She wanted to swing at it, too.
Here's a 2-2. That one
Ooh.
outside. And it's a full count.
Whew. So that one almost at the same level there, but like you said, it's a little on the outside.
Pitch number 85 for Carson Piper on that last one. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled back.
Good Lord.
And we'll come back and do it again.
And they're just making her work through these pitches.
This is the kind of at-bat that Addison King put together before she laced that one for a double. Swung on and missed. Big pitch there from Carson Piper. And now the Senecas down to their final out.
Yeah, just a big swing of momentum. That one could have gone either way there, Nate. So you get somebody on base. Calvert's feeling pretty good right there. You get that out. Now the Blue Jackets feeling pretty good.
2 big outs from Carson Piper. This one fouled back. Sophia Lee, 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout.
She got that last strikeout, and you could see in the catcher's emotion that she believes in the pitches. She's like, I knew you could do that. Sit him down, sit him down.
A lot of faith in this pitcher. That one up high.
I can hear that chant.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down. Runner at second base. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Out of play. And the Senecas down to their final strike here. 1 and 2. Here's the 1-2. Up high and outside.
Had me holding my breath on that one.
He evens the count at 2 and 2. Try to get her to chase that one, Greg.
Yep.
But Lee with a good eye there. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 down. Here's the pitch. High.
Ooh.
And it's a full count. Ump's been pretty consistent with that call today, Greg. Both sides.
Yeah, it looked a lot like the one that was a little higher outside and west.
Swung on, hit into left field. It gets down for a base hit.
Whoa.
And they will score.
She's trying to claim she caught
No,
that.
that hit the ground. I watched it hit the ground, Greg. That's definitely, that one got down.
I can't, Nate.
That hit the ground.
I have no clue because I was switching cameras. And
I watched it hit the ground from here.
I believe you. I'm just saying.
It bounced into her glove.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, they can't claim they caught that. I mean, they can try, but. And it's a tie ball game. It's 2-2. Big hit from Sophia Lee coming through in the clutch.
Yeah. So I don't think that one had enough air underneath of it to get out there far enough to be caught, Nate. I think you're right on that, but that's one that, oh, man.
And now we got a mound visit.
Man.
Brought to you by our friends at Kuhn Sales and Service. Boy, this is big time right here. Huge clutch situation, and Sophia Lee comes through with an RBI single to tie the ball game at 2 apiece. And Greg, last time these two teams faced off, they went to extra innings. Is that what's going to happen again, or are we going to?
It's certainly looking that way.
I don't know. Seneca's still got something to say about that, though, here. 2 down. Michaela Concepcion at the plate. She's 1 for 2 with a run scored and a stolen base. She came around and scored the first run for the Senecas. Can she play the hero once again here? First pitch is in there for a strike. Tied up at 2 apiece. 2 down. Runner down at first base. Concepcion fouls this one back, and it's quickly 0-2. And here's the 0-2. Up high. Snap throw back to first is off the mark, as the first baseman was unable to field it cleanly. Here's the 1-2. Skips it into the dirt. And now Piper sitting at 97 pitches. Senecas have worked her up in the count this inning, Greg, as she was sitting at 79 coming into this one.
Oh, yeah.
Going on 20 pitches thrown here in just this inning. The 2-2. Swung on, hit into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Lee on her way to third, and she's in safely. Senecas at first and third with 2 outs. And another clutch hit for Kaylee Concepcion.
Man, what a come from behind victory this would be with the 2 outs to be able to put the 2 scores up and walk away with this one, Nate. And they're in striking range right now, man. This is unreal.
Addie Endicott at the plate. Senior with a chance to do something special right here.
Got to play real smart against this pitcher here.
Swung on, fouled back. 2 down.
So I think the pitcher knows how dangerous the situation just became.
Yeah. Runners at the corners. What a ball game here. The 0-1. Outside, and
She just
wisely, the catcher decides, no, I'm going to keep this one because if she throws that down to second, it goes off the mark. That's a winning run scoring from third base. That's a heads-up play by Heilman behind the plate.
And a great job there by the runner trying to.
1-1, grounded back to the pitcher, and she throws it over to first for the final out. But the Senecas tie it at 2 apiece. We're headed to extra innings. We head to the 8th inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future, one part at a time.
At Vicek Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. Vicek and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with Vicek Orthodontics today.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We're live from Ted Rombach Field, and we are tied at 2 apiece in the top of the 8th inning as the Senecas come back to tie it up in the bottom half of the 7th.
Yeah.
What an exciting ball game here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks for tuning in here with us.
Down to their last out, down to their last strike, Nate. Able to get another run across and keep this game alive.
Top of the 8th. This one skied into center field. Second baseman ranges over to make the play for the first out.
Good job getting the communication in there that time.
That's right.
Calvert's riding a wave of momentum here. Can't make any mistakes in this one. But they turned it on here in the bottom of the 7th inning, man. That was just incredible.
That pitch has been consistent. Um's had a really consistent zone here today. He's done a great job. These umpires, folks, I mean, we have had a heck of a ball game, and they have done just an outstanding job here today.
Yeah.
Swung on and missed.
Yeah, usually when you have games this close, you get a lot of chirping from people who don't necessarily agree with calls, but you haven't heard much of anything today because they've been really consistent calls.
Swung on, fouled off to the left. And that's one thing I like to do whenever we get chances. Just give credit to the umpires. They're here doing this job. It's a thankless job. Trust me, it really is. Like, they don't get a whole lot of thank yous.
What are you talking about? You're thanking them right now. No, I'm just kidding.
That's right. That's why I do it. The 1-2. Below the knees.
Yeah, it's a job you can't take lightly. I think sometimes people kind of overlook it as part of the game. Like you said, Nate. Oh, got pick side up.
Matthias fouls that one back. It's 2-2. This one hit into left field. Faber underneath of it and makes the play for the second out. Well, the sound of that one off the bat, Greg, I thought maybe it might have had a chance, but
Yeah, it almost had like a whistle to the ball when it took off. You can hear it cut through the air.
there is no wind to speak of down here at all.
No.
I mean, it is dead zone down here. Beautiful day for a ball game. First pitch up high. Claire Schalk at the plate for the Blue Jackets. The 1-0 misses outside. It's 2-0. That went in there for a strike. It's 2-1. This one hit into right field, gets down for a base hit. And a 2-out base hit gives the Blue Jackets a runner. As Lacey Schalk steps into the batter's box. One runner on, 2 down.
Look at her over there at first base, just like in sprinting position. Oh, man.
That one foul down the third base side. Nice effort down there along the third base side by Claire Schoenberger. The 0-1. Fouled off, and it's quickly 0-2 here on Schalk. Snap throw down to first, and she's back diving safely. Boy, Gracie Miller almost got her sleeping down there at first. But a heads-up play to get back by Schalk. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed.
Wow.
Senecas set them down as the Blue Jackets leave one on. We head to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 2 apiece here at Ted Rombach Field. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here today, as Lathan Chapman doing a great job on the main cam. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. I want to thank our pregame show sponsor, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Make sure you stick around for the postgame show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We'll have our player of the game brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Our pitch camp tonight brought to you by National Machinery. Sky Cam brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. Starting lineups brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Keys to the game presented by Lee's Floor Covering. The announcer cam brought to you by Vicek Orthodontics. And all calls to the bullpen presented by Kuhn Sales and Service. We also would like to thank Simonis Detailing, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision for all their contributions to the broadcast. Greg putting together plans for Heart of Ohio Spotlight. I don't know if anybody saw the post about a week ago now, I think, about a week and a half. Cooper Snyder put out a really cool video, put together a really cool little interview with Braylon Martinez over at Hopewell Loudon. And he's actually in the process of doing a couple more interviews for the debut show of Heart of Ohio Spotlight, which is coming up on May 18th. Keep your eyes peeled for that one, folks. Because we're excited to bring you another new show here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State. Scarlett Faber at the plate, leading off here in the bottom of the 8th. The 0-1. In there for a strike. It's 0-2.
All right, come on, kiddo. Hey, confidence, Five, confidence. You're good. It only takes one. Just find one you like and hit it.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on, hit back up the middle. Pitcher knocks it down, throws it over to first for the first out. For Carson Piper, that was pitch number 104 on the day. And that'll bring up Alyssa Rishti. Rishti knocked in the game's first run. She is 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Single and a double so far here today.
Is he a senior this year, Nate?
She is a senior.
Oh, man.
I know. This will be the last sport we get to cover in, Greg.
That's what I just thought about. I was like, we're at the end of the year.
The 0-1 outside.
I was just thinking about all the fun basketball games we got to call today.
I know. They're going to be good next year, too. Trust me, they got a lot of talent coming up. One ball, one strike, one out. Tied it to a piece here in the bottom of the 8th between Tiffin Calvert and the Lady Blue Jackets. Rishti hits this one foul, left side, and racing over to make the play is the shortstop.
Wow.
What an excellent play.
That was a great shot, too. He ran right in front of Latham.
Ashlyn Boyan makes a phenomenal catch in foul territory.
Yeah, pretty much on the run, almost like facing away from where the ball was actually coming from.
So 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. And that'll bring up Ava Elrick, the pitcher. Elrick looking for her first hit of the game. Watches that one in there for a strike. That's what we get for saying we were cruising right along, Greg.
I had a feeling that Calvert was going to do this to us. They're too good.
This one fouled off to the right, and it's 0-2.
No, realistically, though,
we knew we were in for a good one.
I knew coming into the end of this one that if it was possible from any game, it was probably going to be this one. If anybody could do it, it would be this game. Because these two teams, I mean, we keep saying it, but they're just phenomenal teams.
This one fouled back. And luckily, just missing the Hoosmobile. This one outside. 1-2 the count. First time these two teams played, New Riegel wins in the bottom of the 8th in New Riegel. 4-3 was the final score there. Calvert once again came back to tie it in the top of the 7th in that one. But then the Blue Jackets come back in the bottom of the 8th to take the win.
Just shows you that, the game was no fluke.
That's right.
The caliber of these teams.
Elrick hits this one foul. And we'll stay here at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tied at 2 apiece. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to left field. Shortstop ranges out and makes the play for the final out. So it's going to take at least 9 innings to determine a winner here today. As we're going to take a little time out, but we head to the 9th inning. It's still tied at 2 apiece. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. We'll be right back.
Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
And we're back here. Welcome back to Ted Rombach Field here. Start the ninth inning. Tied at 2 apiece between Tiffin Calvert and New Riegel. Nate Mullins, Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here today. Lathan Chapman on the main cam.
Here we go, defense. Let's go.
This one lived up to the expectations today, Greg. It fit the billing, right?
Absolutely.
Two of the top 2 teams in Division 7. 2 of the top 10 teams in Division 7. Nice pitch. 1-1 the count here on Piper. Fouled back and out of play. Here's the 1-2, up high. This one fouled back.
I think Coach Coleman's standing back here waiting. He care, but
Didn't even try for the bare hand catch or nothing.
I think that's him in my camera right here, right? Well,
Of course, Jeff Moyer didn't even make a move. He said, I'm not here to shag balls. 2-2. Strike 3 call. Nice pitch from Ava Elric.
still doing good work here in inning number 9.
Good job, Gracie.
Of course, I'm not sure where her pitch count is at, but it's
106.
It's got to be less than the other one. But
Yeah,
not
she's
by
sitting
much,
at
I guess.
106 right now. As Carson Piper at 114.
I would think they were even that close. That surprised me.
First pitch in there for a strike. Lily Schalk at the plate. That one outside. Swung on, hit the third. Shortstop up with it, throws across, and she gets her. What a throw, and what a play for the second out of the inning. That was a bang-bang play at first base. But I'll tell you what, Alyssa Rishti showed off her arm on that one, Greg.
Yeah, you aren't kidding, Nate. That's exactly what I was just thinking is how did she fire that one that far, that fast? No shame in my game, but I wouldn't even got it to the pitcher's mound probably.
Well, we are at a ball field, but she definitely put some mustard on that one.
Stay focused, Blue.
Tied at 2 apiece, 2 down here in the top of the 9th. That'll bring up Ava Wensink. The 1-0, swung on, fouled up, and just into the dugout and out of play. Gracie Miller gave it a little bit of chase there, but Should have been diving into the net for that one.
Now, is it like volleyball? Can you just hit the softball back over the net to your teammate?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think it's
No.
I don't think it's quite like that.
All right. Maybe
Especially since you can't field it off the net and catch it, and
maybe
that'd
just
be an out.
maybe just some goofy Greg will, but not really.
The 1-1 high and upstairs,
Upside the head.
upside the head. That one high and outside. It's 2-1, 2 down. This one hit. Soft liner, and Alyssa Rishti with another beautiful catch.
Man.
Seneca's showing off the defense here today as they stay tied at 2 apiece.
Man, it's so much harder than it even looks. I mean, thinking about how much speed you have to pick up and accelerate, and you just running backwards and just able to get underneath that one because it wasn't a really sky-high hit either.
Now here's the Seneca's baseball team showing up here along the baseline there.
I was going to say, I thought the coach Coleman was back there, so I figured their game must have been
There
done.
you go. Nice job, Lathan, right there. That media school's definitely paying off over there, bub.
See if maybe the Senecas can rally here. Yeah, let's run with a win with the support of the baseball team over there cheering them on.
Carson Piper taking the mound for her 9th inning of work. She's sitting at 114 pitches coming into this inning here.
Here we go, Kinn.
And due up for the Senecas, you'll have their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Starting out with Addison King, who put together a great at-bat to get the Senecas back into the ball game.
I believe that's what started everything.
That's
there
what
in
started the rally.
the bottom of the 7th, yeah. Smoked that ball almost out of the park. See if she can smoke one out here. That'd be a wraps on this, Nate.
That one in there for a strike at the knees. That's 1-1.
I just need to send one for a ride right over that fence. Put it over the fence this time.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Got her to chase that one. She was out in front of it. And the off-speed pitch had her confused a little bit there. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Checks her swing, does not go. And that one upstairs, it's 2-2. You see her breathe a big sigh. Like,
Way to hit the brakes on that one.
Mm-hmm. 2-2. Swung on, hit well. Once again, left center field.
Go.
And, they run into each other.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no, I hope they're okay. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know at least one of them was fine right away because she hopped right up, but.
It split the 2 of them, Greg, so it's just so hard to make that play as a defender.
Right.
It's your full sprint going for it, and then you see your teammate full sprint going for it.
Absolutely. And you don't, you want to talk about communication. You don't even have time to talk before you've got to hit the jets and get back there if you're going to even have a chance at making that play. Like, you've got to immediately take off if you're going to get underneath of that one, and that's what they both did.
And Addison King, once again, putting together a phenomenal at-bat.
I was to say, unfortunately, both of them were equally as quick. They hit there at the same time.
It's good to see they're both okay. Because, they ran into each other. I mean, almost full speed. Mm-hmm. Both of them trying to make the play there. And that'll bring up the freshman, Gracie Miller.
I mean, that's, like you said, Nate, the second time King has been able to drive one out, almost out of the park. Not quite, but almost. And again, got herself a double there. He just gets him in an excellent position.
Runner at second base with nobody out. Senecas most likely going to show bunt here. They do. Miller showing bunt all the way here. And she pulls it back. And she shows. Nobody out. Tied at 2 apiece here in the bottom of the 9th. Both these teams sitting at 14-2 on the year. And Miller bunts this one foul down the first baseline. And now it's going to be 0-2, so she's going to have to swing the bat here. Let's see if they call for a bunt again. Usually they'll just tell her swing away. And she does.
No.
Strike 3. Swing and a miss. Miller goes down swinging. She took a hack at that one, though, Greg. She was trying to put that one in the seats in the Little League field over there. Got to bring up Addison Sheets. Sheets with another chance to be hero here. This one bunted foul. And it's going to be 0-2 here.
It's not getting those bunts to work for them the way they trying to get somebody out there, and it's not happening.
Here's the 0-2 from Piper. Swung on and missed. Big pitch there from Carson Piper.
And now the tables have turned quite quickly.
And now the Senecas, who had a leadoff double with nobody out, quickly 2 outs here. And Sophia Lee at the plate. But Lee 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI. She fouls this one straight up the elevator shaft, and the catcher puts it away for the final out.
Wow.
So as quickly as they get that double, right after that it goes 1, 2, 3. And we're heading to 10 innings now, folks. Top of the 10th coming up here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is a great ball game. You're not going to want to miss this one. We'll be back after this.
Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn with you, live from Ted Rombach Field as we get ready to start the 10th inning here between these two top 10 teams in Division 7 and OHSAA softball. The number 6 New Riegel Blue Jackets and the number 8 Tiffin Calvert Lady Senecas tied at 2 apiece in the top of the 10th.
And they've just been going back and forth here since that 7th inning.
It definitely hasn't been a slugfest. This has been a chess match between these two teams, back and forth.
Each team looks like they might have the advantage for a second, and then they just get sat down.
Elric sitting at 115 pitches now. And that one hits her. Boy, I got a big one here, Greg. As you know, when these two teams face each other, New Riegel and Calvert, most of the time when the baseball teams play each other, the softball teams are playing each other at the same time, right?
Right.
Well, the baseball team was playing New Riegel at Heidelberg today.
Right.
Logan Ritzler threw a perfect game against the Blue Jackets.
Oh, wow.
A perfect game. Connor Moyer hit a walk-off run rule. And Senecas win over the Blue Jackets on the strength of a perfect game by Logan Ritzler. So what an accomplishment by Ritzler.
Yeah, against a team like the Blue Jackets, too. It's no easy task.
Yeah, 100%. That's a team that they're going to give you their A game no matter what. That went in there for a strike to Jackie Teal. Is there a C you can plug me into down there? Our iPad's about to die. That one hit foul down the first base side. One and two the count here on Teal. Runner down at first base with one out. Tied at 2 apiece. This one hit into left field. Left fielder underneath of it makes the play for the second out. She's made a couple of outs today that she makes them look easy, but they're not easy. They're not. That wasn't an easy play.
Yeah, all these outfielders today have been able, they've just had to chase after these and get underneath them. None of them, I mean, there's been a couple that they've just had to take a step or two, but some of those have just been incredible athleticism, just being able to get underneath of those.
For Elric, she's sitting at 124 pitches now. Miller scoops it out of the dirt, throws it down to second. She got her! What a throw by Gracie Miller!
Wow. Yeah, caught that one right on the edge of the pitch camera there, Nate, and I could see clear as day.
Miller bobbled it on the pitch, but then was able to grab it out of the dirt and just rifle it down to second, right on the money, to get the final out there in the top of the 10th. Boy, these Blue Jackets have been shut down since the 3rd inning. They have not been able to put anything on. I don't know why Lathan's trying to FaceTime me. There we go. You can look at the sky.
Man.
What a ball game. Jeez. These are supposed to only go 7 innings, folks.
Yeah.
This isn't a Major League Baseball game here.
The Senecas, they've been battling their way back. They've kept this one alive since the bottom of the 7th. This game would have been over if they didn't score a run in that bottom of that 7th. So they've kept the game alive and extended it and just continue to keep New Riegel from getting across home plate.
Kaylee Concepcion at the plate.
They've gotten close a couple of times here, Nate. They've gotten close a couple of times in these last few innings, but just not able to get somebody to score yet.
Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit to left. Shortstop cuts it off, but Concepcion able to beat it out. And the Senecas have the leadoff runner aboard here in the bottom of the 10th.
That's what you need to do as the Senecas. You just need to work this one here. Play your game and get out of here with this. You only need to get one score. Ooh.
Throw down to
Oh, she
second
dropped it.
is not in time. Actually, it was in time, but the shortstop wasn't able to squeeze it.
Yeah, looked like it bopped off the top of her glove there.
She still would have had to make the tag, and Concepcion was in there. So Kaylee Concepcion, with her second steal of the game,
off like a rocket there.
and her third hit of the game. She's 3 for 4 with 2 stolen bases. And Endicott puts that one down and does her job, moves the runner over from second to third.
That's what we're talking about here, Nate.
So now Scarlett Faber is at the plate.
Gotta be smart here. Be smart, play it safe.
Return, kiddo. Believe in yourself.
Yeah, they got one out here. Guess need to bring her on home.
Bunted, third base side. They throw to first. They got the squeeze play. They score the winning run.
Wow.
The Senecas steal it in the bottom of the 10th and walk it off against the Blue Jackets.
Wow, what a game.
A squeeze play to win it. And the Senecas pull off the upset. I don't know if you call it an upset, Greg. They're both just evenly matched teams.
Okay. We'll call it an upset if you were New Riegel in the bottom of the 7th inning because you thought you were going to get out of here with this one. So, yeah, what a game.
What a big win for the Senecas as they come from down 2-0 in the 6th inning.
Yeah, you got the baseball team waiting to celebrate with them. 2 big victories today for both teams, man. They're going to party it up today.
Senecas come back from down 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah.
They score 1 in the bottom of the 6th, 1 in the bottom of the 7th, and then they win it here with a walk-off squeeze play in the bottom of the 10th. And what a coaching job by the Senecas.
I mean, yeah, that was a masterpiece to watch.
I mean, wow. Absolutely. That was cinema, folks. I mean, just what a spectacle that was to watch. Phenomenal ball game here today, folks. We're so glad we were able to be here for that one. Don't go anywhere. We're going to step aside, take a quick timeout, but we'll come back. We'll break this one down. We have our post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union and our player of the game brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. That's coming up next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
The ball game. How we doing, Brian? And we're here at Ted Rombach Field for the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Final score, Tiffin Calvert 3, New Riegel 2. And the Senecas coming away with a big win in the bottom of the 10th inning over the number 6 team in Division 7, New Riegel Blue Jackets. Hello, everyone. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you here. Lathan Chapman did a phenomenal job on the camera. Man, you talk about a phenomenal ball game.
Yeah, you talk about scratching and clawing and staying in the game, man, like to keep the game alive and then to just keep battling and battling and battling to the 10th inning. And then you finally find a way. You know, both these teams, like we talked about, incredible teams. Either one of these teams to find a way to win is going to be hard. And for the Senecas to do it after 10 innings, it's really impressive here today.
Coach Coleman. Both of them. They had to wait for Brian Coleman.
Got to lay down we got coaches laying down the
He was probably doing some landscaping or something, and they're like, hey, come on. You can do that after the picture.
Like we got both teams over here, both coaches laying down from them. But we're just commemorating a great day of ball.
Absolutely. Why not?
Absolutely, for sure.
Everybody's feeling good today. Beautiful day for baseball, beautiful day for a softball game, and a beautiful ball game here. As Greg, we were getting that 10th inning, I'm like, man, somebody's got to lose this game?
Beautiful day to be a Seneca, that's for sure.
Goodness. What a ball game.
Yeah, when we got into the 10th inning, Nate, I was just like, I don't know what's going to happen now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these two just keep going back and forth, just getting close but sitting them down, getting close but sitting them down.
Like I said, it was a shame somebody had to lose this game today because both teams laid it all out on the line here tonight. And they treated us one heck of a ball game.
Well,
the
fact that they played twice, both times went to extra innings, and each one of them took one shows you how unbelievably competitive and comparative these teams are.
And each game a one-run ball game. Yeah. Wow. Incredible. Once again, you're here on the postgame show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. And Greg, I don't think we need to talk about we don't even need to discuss the player of the game tonight. I mean, Kaylee Concepcion takes it home. I mean, I'm sorry. I know if you might had some input. Obviously, Ava Elric had one heck of a ball game here today. Those two early runs were all she gave up in the third. After that, I mean, lights out ball game from the pitcher on the mound. But, Greg, they needed runs today. They needed at least 3 runs to win this one, but they needed 2 runs to tie. And Kaylee Concepcion was a contributing factor in all 3 runs today. And that's why she will take home our Benchwarmers player of the game. Just a phenomenal performance by the Senecas. But, I mean, Kaylee Concepcion really, you take a look at these stats for Concepcion today.
I mean, and we're talking about a game where it seemed like nobody could get anything going on.
Exactly.
So for her to be, what did you say? Go ahead and read the stats now.
She's 3 for 4 today, 2 runs scored. She had, 3 total bases. So she got on base 3 out of 4 times. And she had 2 stolen bases, including the game-winning run scored. Greg, she was the catalyst for this team. And at the bottom of the order, you don't see that very often. A lot of these girls, I hate to say it, but, as a baseball coach, you might not put your best player in the 9-hole, And I think with this Calvert team, it just shows you how versatile they are from top to bottom. There's not one weak link in that lineup.
Oh, absolutely not.
Even that 9-hole hitter is going to bring 3 hits in a game like this in a clutch situation. And, I mean, it doesn't say anything against Kaylee. She's a great ball player. I'm just saying,
game changer, yeah.
All
your ball players are game changers in every position when you got somebody who clearly affected the game as much as we just spoke about today, like you talked about, Nate. Like, that's a game changer at every position there.
What a ball game here today. Once again, for the Senecas, a big win as they move to 15-2.
Huge win.
And they are now, 9-2 in league play. They hand the Blue Jackets their first league loss on the year. So that's important when it comes to league play because both these teams still got about a handful of games left to play in the SBC River. So we'll see how it all shakes out at the end. Obviously, Calvert's going to want to hope for some things to happen with New Riegel. Hopefully they lose a game somewhere along the line in league play. But, these Senecas, I mean, they're sitting there with a chance, and that's all they would have asked for at the beginning of this season. Just give me a chance. Just give me a look at it. And now, pretty good look at it, Greg.
Yeah, and I mean, and sometimes you have a game be decided off of somebody made an error on the other team or just luck. There was none of that here today. You want to talk about an earned victory? That is the most earned victory I think we've watched in quite some time.
Scratched, clawed, and fought their way back from a 2-run deficit in the 6th inning to come back and win. They were down to their last strike in the bottom of the 7th, Greg.
Yeah.
Bottom of the 7th, down to their last strike, and they come back and win this one in front of the home crowd. Phenomenal ball game. Thanks for all of you for tuning in with us here. I want to thank our camera operator, Lathan Chapman, for doing a great job for us today. Also, thanks to Greg Kinn, the Wizard, as always, making us look good, keeping us live and locked in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And we want to thank our sponsors one more time before we wrap things up, and we'll get out of here. Once again, we want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, your Legacy Federal Credit Union, National Machinery, Hope in Fostoria, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Vicek Orthodontics, Kuhn Sales and Service, Simonis Detailing, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, once again, your Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery Player of the Game, Kaylee Concepcion. She will hold the wing cardinal. We'll get an interview with her before we leave here today. But that's going to do it for us here today. Once again, I want to thank for Lathan Chapman and Greg Kinn. I'm Nate Mullins signing off from Ted Rombach Field. Once again, your final score, Tiffin Calvert 3, New Riegel 2. We'll see you tomorrow night right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Tiffin Columbian versus Upper Sandusky Baseball live from Tornado Field tomorrow. Tune in for a 5 o'clock first pitch right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State